Saint Juan Diego, patron of indigenous peoples of the Americas. Saint Juan Diego, a native to Mexico, was born in 1474 with the name of Cuauhtlatoatzin, that means the eagle who speaks. He was the first Roman Catholic indigenous saint from the Americas. In his childhood, Juan Diego lived with his uncle. He was raised in line with the Aztec pagan religion since he was 3, but always showed signs of having a mystical sense of life. In 1524, a group of 12 Franciscan missionaries arrived in Mexico. He and his wife were among the first to be baptized and converted to Catholicism. He was very committed to his new way of life and would go through long journeys to receive religious instruction at the Franciscan mission station at Tlatelolco. On December 9, 1531, Juan Diego was in a hurry to go to Mass and celebrate the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. However, he was met by the sight of a radiant woman who introduced herself as the ever-perfect Holy Mary, who has the honor to be the mother of the true God. She told him that she was the mother of all those who lived in his land, and asked him to make a request to the local bishop to build a chapel in her honor on Tepeyac Hill, which was the site of a former pagan temple. His approach to Bishop Juan de Zumárraga was met with doubts. The bishop asked for more time to reflect on the news. Later, on the same day, he encountered Mary for the second time and he told her of his failure. He tried to explain that he was not an important person, but she insisted that he was the one she wanted. Finally, he returned to the bishop the next day, but the bishop asked for a sign that the apparition was real and truly of heaven. Juan went straight to Tepeyac and relayed the bishop's words. The Virgin Mary agreed and told him she'd provide him with proof on the next day, December 11th. Unfortunately, on the next day, his uncle became very sick and he was obligated to stay and care for him. He was determined to find a priest for his uncle quickly, and didn't want to face the Virgin Mary with shame for missing the previous day's meeting. No estoy yo aquí que soy tu madre? That means, am I not here? I who am your mother? She told him his uncle would be cured, and asked him to climb to the hill and collect the flowers growing there. He obeyed and found many roses blooming although it was winter time on the rocky land. He filled his tilma with flowers, and returned to Mary. The Virgin Mary arranged the flowers within his cloak, and told him to present them to the bishop as proof. Once he opened his cloak in front of the bishop, the flowers fell, and they saw a miraculous imprinted image of the Blessed Mother on the flower-filled cloak. The next day, Juan Diego found his uncle fully healed from his illness. His uncle explained that he, too, saw the Virgin Mary. She also instructed him on her desires to have a church built on Tepeyac Hill. But she also told him she wanted to be known with the title of Guadalupe. The news of the miracle and Our Lady's apparitions quickly spread, and caused a wave of nearly 3,000 Indians a day to convert to the Christian faith. Juan Diego lived the rest of his life as a hermit in a small hut near the chapel, where the miraculous image was placed for veneration. I am a nobody. I am a small rope, a tiny ladder, the tail end, a leaf.